Now, the next stage, if you want to hit $15,000 to $40,000 a month, let's say you're hitting about 15 grand a month, but you're stuck there and you really want to get past that. How do you do it? What else do you need in order to scale your business up to about $30,000, $40,000 a month? How exactly do you do that? On the marketing side of things, you're really going to want to focus on scaling your marketing efforts. At this point, you should probably be running some sort of paid advertising. In the $0 to $15,000 a month range, you might have been able to get away with just all organic marketing, right? Just doing word of mouth marketing or posting in neighborhood groups or something like that, maybe even door knocking. But when you want to scale up to the $40,000 a month level, you're probably going to have to involve some sort of paid marketing. And that might be paid ads on Yelp. It could be paid ads on Facebook. You could be paid ads on Google or even somewhere else. You could do print ads. There's a lot of ways that you could spend money on advertising, but this is the point at which you're going to need to start doing it. So if you're not involved in any paid marketing at this point, it's time to get your wallet out and start investing in advertising. I recommend for most cleaning businesses, by the way, that you look at Google. Facebook's pretty good too, but I found from a booking rate perspective, Google to be the best dollar for dollar place for cleaners to put their money. Yelp works in some places as well, but I've also heard so many negative stories about Yelp that I don't usually recommend it as a starting point unless you've already had some initial success with Yelp, in which case, feel free. But Google has been a good source of customers for most of our clients. And so I usually recommend that people start looking on Google, and Google's local services ads program, or Google Guaranteed, as a lot of people know it, is a great way for you to start paying for some sort of advertising and bringing customers through a paid advertising channel. Google Guaranteed is a great way to do it because it's basically a pay per call program. You pay Google every time somebody calls you and wants to get a quote or book a job for cleaning. So that's like the easy button for getting involved with paid. You could also, like I said, do Facebook or Yelp. There's other ways to do it, but whichever one you pick, you're going to want to start spending some money on ads. I'm not going to recommend a budget for you because it really depends on the type of cleaning service that you offer. It depends on your area that you're in. It depends on your competition. All of these things matter. If you need help picking a budget for your paid ads, feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to help with that. The other thing I want you to focus on at this point is getting some repeat business. So if you've been in business for even 6 months, then it's time to start tapping your customer list for repeat business. Even if you just cleaned for somebody 6 months ago, it's totally fine to call them back and say, hey, it's Reuben at ABC Cleaning. We were at your house 6 months ago. Just wanted to call and let you know it's about time for your next cleaning. I've got next Thursday available, 2 p.m. Would you like us to stop by then? Assume the sale, by the way, that's a good tip. When you call people or when you give people a quote, assume that they're ready to book and just tell them what day and time you have available and ask them yes or no, would you like to get that booked? That'll help you win more jobs. At this point, you're going to want to start to get some repeat business. If you have customers that you've served in the past, start calling them, start emailing them, start contacting them back. You could even send them postcards and try to get them to come back. Because if you're bringing customers in, you're only getting a little piece of the pie. Well, you're getting a pretty big piece of the pie. New customers make up a big piece of the pie in a cleaning business, but repeat business can also make up a big piece of the pie if you do it right. So start contacting your customers back, because the more that customers call you back, the more you're going to increase your lifetime value. And some types of cleaning businesses have a little more lifetime value built into them, right? If you're running a house cleaning business, a maid service, and you're doing some kind of a weekly, bi-weekly, or regular cleaning service, if you're doing commercial cleaning and you're coming into people's offices every week or every couple of days to do clean, then you have built-in lifetime value every time you win a customer. They're hiring you for the long term, right? Now, some other types of cleaners, they don't have as much lifetime value. If you're doing air duct cleaning, if you're doing carpet cleaning, if you're doing pressure washing, you're going to have to work a little bit harder to get people to call you back. And they may not call you back every month, right? They're probably going to call you back every year if you're lucky. So you're going to have to do a little bit of work to get those customers to call you back, but it's definitely worth it. And at this stage, if you want to grow your business, getting repeat business is going to be a big help to you. So I would focus your marketing on getting a paid channel up and running and scaling that up a little bit. Start spending some money on paid ads and then bringing in some repeat customers for your cleaning business. On the employees side of things, if you have not hired up until this point, this is the point at which you're going to need to start hiring too. Just like it's the point at which you're going to need to start advertising, this is the point at which you're going to need to start hiring. So yes, it gets a little expensive to grow your cleaning business past the owner-operator stage. There's going to be some growing pains as you try to figure out cash flow issues and how to pay for all of this new stuff. You may have to get new insurance policies when you start hiring people, or workers' comp or something like that. But this is the stage at which you're going to want to start looking to hire. At the very least, you're going to want to hire a field technician to help you out so that you can spend a little less time while you're in the field doing the work. You can train somebody else to actually work with the customers and do the work, which will free you up to answer the phone if people are calling and respond to leads quicker, which will help you book more jobs and help you keep your new employee busy. So I'd recommend hiring somebody to assist you in the field. You could hire somebody to go out and handle all of the work in the field, or depending on the type of cleaning business you have, you might hire a crew of people to go out and clean. I have a house cleaner in Ohio that sends out a team of 4 or 5 or 6 people to every job that they do. So you might hire a whole team of people to go out and do the work, depending on your goals, right? But this would be the time that you need to start hiring, because trying to hit $40,000 a month as an owner operator is going to break your back. It's going to break your will to stay in this business. It's going to cause some burnout. So I highly recommend at this stage that you start looking into hiring somebody. What I don't think you should do is hire any office staff. At this stage, I don't think you need to hire anybody to sit back at the office and answer the phones for you. If you were going to do that, I would highly recommend that you hire somebody that can not just answer the phones when you get inbound calls, but also make outbound calls to try to help you book more jobs. That will help you get more value out of that employee. But I don't recommend that at this stage. Right now, your goal is to go out and get customers clean, get their houses clean, get their carpets clean, get their driveways washed, their house washed, whatever it is that you're gonna go out and clean, their air ducts. So at this stage, I would start focusing on hiring technicians to go out and help you with the cleaning. I would not start hiring office staff. Now, if you're gonna be hiring people to go out in the field, something that's really helpful is to have a field service management software in place. Something like House Call Pro, Jobber, Marquee. One of these apps that you have on your phone. There's also usually a web portal that you can log into, and you can use it to book your jobs, to schedule your appointments, to invoice your customers, take payment from them, or schedule repeat appointments, to assign jobs to technicians out in the field. You can use these tools for a lot of different things, including marketing. You can use it to automatically ask for reviews. So field service management software, I think, is important for you to start looking at this point, because if you're doing $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month worth of business, you're probably doing quite a few jobs at this point. You're working with quite a few customers. And anything you can do to automate that process and make sure customers are in the loop, they know what time you're gonna be there, they have reminders about their appointment, you're asking them for reviews automatically instead of trying to do it manually. That field service management software is really gonna help you keep everything more organized. It's also gonna help you keep your numbers more organized, so you know how many jobs you've done, how much you're making on those jobs. You can start to calculate average ticket and some other things. So I would highly recommend putting something like that in place. If you need a discount on House Call Pro, go to bookcleaningjobs.com/HCP. And I think we've got a discount for the first 2 months of House Call Pro if you want to test that out. Now, you might also want to look at using something called a CRM, or customer relationship management software at this point. A CRM is what you're going to use to track your leads. Now, House Call Pro, Jobber, Marquee, they have some CRM functionalities built into them, and they are improving their platforms all the time. But right now, I would recommend having a separate CRM just to help you follow up with leads, especially if you're going to do any kind of commercial prospecting. If you're going to go out and look for commercial jobs, then I really think that you need to have some sort of CRM where you can put all of your commercial leads into a pipeline and then move those leads around in the pipeline, from new lead to contacted to followed up to estimate scheduled. You can create all your own pipeline stages. And if you don't know how a CRM works, you can go Google CRM, or you can look on YouTube for examples of how a CRM works. And it'll explain exactly what I'm talking about. You'll want some way to track your leads so that you actually know. And the same thing on residential. This isn't just for commercial. Same thing on the residential side. If you have a lot of leads coming in from your website, a CRM will help you track those leads from new lead to contacted after you've called them back, to followed up after you've followed up with them and said, hey, I talked to you earlier today. Are you ready to schedule that now? To booked, to disqualified. You can set your own CRM stages. But getting organized with your lead response is going to be really important. Staying organized with the jobs that you do is going to be really important. Staying organized for your employees' sake is going to be important. The field service management software and the CRM are going to help you do that. So I think those are important systems to have in place at this stage. If you want to scale up to this point, the best tips that I can recommend for you, like I said, are to invest more in your marketing. Learn how to hire. Hiring is difficult. There's definitely an art and a science to it. So learn how to hire and train your employees and get them to do, a great job and deliver the same level of service that you could, so that you can keep those 5-star reviews rolling in, even once you're not in the field anymore and someone else is out there interacting with your customers every day. Learning how to hire and train your employees is a skill. So you're going to need to invest in learning that skill at this point. And the other thing I want you to do is focus on your numbers. The numbers I want you to focus on, if you're trying to hit $40,000 a month, I want you to really focus on your average ticket and your booking rates. Those are important numbers. And at Book Cleaning Jobs, we work with our clients all the time to track these numbers, because we want to know that you're getting at least a 40% booking rate, if not a 50 or 60% booking rate on the leads that you're bringing in. If you're not booking at least 40% of the leads that you're bringing in, then I would take a hard look at how you're handling those leads, what you're saying to them on the phone, and what you're doing in the email that you're sending. If you're not booking at least 40% of your leads, you're probably leaving money on the table, and you could improve your lead response system in order to boost those booking rates. If you're not getting a decent average ticket at this point, if you're not getting average tickets that are healthy for the type of business that you run, then you need to work on getting a higher average ticket, because you could be bringing in a bunch of customers, but working for too little money and then ending up losing money after all of your expenses are taken out. And once you start hiring, if you're not charging enough for your services and you have the added expenses of employees, then the profit margins get pretty slim pretty quickly. So take a look at your average tickets and make sure that they're healthy for the type of cleaning business that you run. Those are the best tips I have for you if you want to scale past this $40,000 a month level really quickly. We're going to do a 2-day live event where we go deep on each one of these and explain exactly how you can scale your cleaning business from $0 to $15,000 a month or $40,000 a month, or even $100,000 a month and beyond. We're going to cover everything over 2 days. There's a super early bird discount if you want to get it right now. Go to bookcleaningjobs.com/scale up and grab your super early bird tickets. It's coming up in just a couple of weeks, so don't wait. The price is going to go up as we get closer to the event. So if you want the early bird discount, go grab it right now. And by the way, we also work with some cleaners directly to implement marketing growth plans in their business. So if you need help with marketing your cleaning business, go to bookcleaningjobs.com and request time to speak with us. If this video was helpful, hit like. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. I'm Reuben with Book Cleaning Jobs. I'll talk to you later.